Hey everyone, welcome back to my chatty, sassy channel where we talk about all things luxury, be it luxury travel, luxury fashion, or life's luxuries in general. Today though, I'm switching gears a little bit and I'm going to be talking about the biggest designer handbag that has come out for this fall. I have it here. I've not opened up the box yet. I have only just cut the tape on it and we are going to unbox it. I'm going to give you my honest reactions and I'm also going to be giving you some honest reactions on some ways to style it and some clothing that I have to show you guys with that as well in a very, very big unboxing haul for today. And so with that, let's get into it because this giant box is taking up a lot of room in my floor. You can see me somewhat behind the box, but I lost the box a little bit, but it comes in this dust bag. So it is obviously going to be the Coach Empire Carryall, and it is in the 40 size, which you could probably tell by the title and thumbnail and all of that as well. And this is in the deep navy, burnished navy color. So let me get all of this stuff off of it and then we'll talk about the bag. Well, before I even review the bag, I've got to say I'm at least impressed with the amount of packaging and stuffing and wrapping and protective foam that Coach put on this bag because it took forever to get this thing unpacked. But first things that I notice about it, the leather feels good. It's not going to be an Hermes level good. It's not going to be a Fendi or a Louis Vuitton feeling good, but it feels pretty good. It's a very good designer level leather. It definitely feels like it's going to have some durability to it. It has some softness and some suppleness to the movement of the bag, and it's a pretty big size. So I will be showing you guys what fits. I'm going to show the bag on me and styled with a whole bunch of clothes. And so we are now going to get into the part of the video, since you have seen the bag, where we get into the clothes that I'm going to be styling this bag with, and then I will talk about if I feel like this bag and these clothes are a good option for particularly young professionals who are going to be on more of a budget, who can't just go out and buy the Rome Margot, which is sort of the cousin, the big fancy cousin to this bag, who can't go and spend thousands of dollars on clothes. And so with that, let me show you all the clothes that I'm wearing, with the first thing being this dress that I am in. So I am going to show you guys all the clothes that I got on as I talk about them. I'm also going to show you how the bag looks like on as I carry it with different pieces. And the clothes I'm going to be showing you guys today are all from S.Deer. I've partnered with them on this video. They reached out to me, and this is only the second brand that I have accepted a collaboration with, because most of the time the items aren't me, they aren't the quality that I want. There's weird contingencies in the video where I can't say what I really want to and I have to speak from a script. I refuse to do any of that. And so when this brand reached out to me, I'd never seen their clothes in person to know the quality, but when I scrolled through the website, there were actually a lot of pieces that I thought were really cool, maybe not my style, or they really were my style. They do a lot of neutrals. It is very much a neutral brand. It also has a very Parisian style to it, which makes sense because they do have a store in Paris that I think is the main store for the brand. And I'm very excited about potentially going to that store next year. But there were a lot of pieces I was like, you know what, I could see these working for me. They might be a little bit outside of my comfort zone, but this gave me the opportunity to try them because they were gifting the clothes to me. So I did not pay for any of these, full disclosure in that, but they have given me some awesome discount codes for you guys down below, which will be affiliate codes, so I will receive a portion of the sales. But if I didn't think these clothes were neat, I wouldn't have accepted this collaboration to begin with. So let me start by talking about the very first piece that you see me wearing, which is this dress. And I'll have all of my showing it footage here, but the way that I styled it was with my Hermes Kelly belt and my Hermes wedge sandals, and I actually surprisingly really liked this. I have not really found any dresses in this style that I felt fit well on me. They always just dwarfed me too much and made me feel like a child. This one actually seemed to fit me really well, particularly once I put the belt on it. And so I really do like this look. I also like the fact that I don't have to have it buttoned and it's not going to show anything. The white, I've actually been shocked because it's not a super heavy white. It's pretty lightweight, but like it's not see-through at all. So you aren't seeing underwear, you aren't seeing bras. Now, obviously I wouldn't go wearing like black leopard under it, but just wearing regular neutral colors under the dress is totally fine. And the one thing that I will note about the dress that was really exciting that I wasn't expecting when I got here is that the dress has pockets, and they're really nice pockets. So I was really excited about that. The one disappointment in the dress for me personally is that how it is finished with the mesh, where the mesh joins the sleeve and where it joins here at the dress, I thought could have probably been finished a little bit better. So when you're up close, some of those finishing details are coming through, but overall I think that's a super cute look and dress, and definitely something that you could totally wear to the office and be very, very professional in. Now I have two coats that you're going to see me in. The first one of which you are going to see me with the bag as well. And again, awesome pockets on the coat. The thing that I really like about this coat is that it was a very different silhouette. I've never seen a coat that is cinched in the way that this is, that has the sleeves done in the way that this one is. And it kind of made me feel like I was sort of like an artist in like an artist type of smock, but in like a fashionable artist type of smock, if that makes any sense. Because of the way that the abstract white and then like the flashes of bright green were done on this coat, because of the shiny material that this coat is made out of as well, it can throw a bit navy or it can throw a bit black depending on what you're putting it with. And I just loved the fact that the way that this coat was done, the way the cinching was done, is that it accommodates for a bust, which a lot of coats that are cinched don't do. They don't necessarily fit my bust. This one really did. I also liked some of the bunching that was going on with the sleeves. I thought that complemented the way the waist was cinched in really well. Now this waist also, you can put a belt with it, but I didn't need to. It fit me so perfectly. So this was actually my very favorite piece out of everything that they sent me. And I'm really, really excited about styling this both in fall and in spring because I think they can go really well either way. And like I said, it's a really great slick material for when you are going to have those rainier days. Now, the next coat that I tried on was a little bit snug for me, but I did think that it was a little bit neat. And so I did want to still show it in the video. And this is going to be their trench coat. Now, the trench coat is very fitted. I will say that the bust was a little bit snug on me, but if you're more normal proportions, I think the bust would be just fine. I was expecting the material to be a bit slicker, so I don't know on how well this material is going to hold up in the rain because I haven't been caught out in the rain in it, but I did think that the fact that they did a houndstooth, a very, very subtle houndstooth in the material of the jacket was a really interesting way to do that. And so I did really like it. I really liked the classic trench shape that was going on. I liked the flap that was over the chest. I thought that looked really nice. And so I think that this could be a really good jacket for fall or spring. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it if you are definitely wanting like a rain type of jacket because I don't know that that's what this is meant for. But I do think that it is a very interesting looking jacket at a decent price point if you are looking for something. I will say the jackets were the two most expensive things that I had sent in, but with my discount codes, you can get them for really, really good prices. Now, the black jacket that I first showed you, I had initially intended this next outfit to go with that, at least the pants. The top I hadn't intended to put with this at all, but when it got here, that's what worked. And that is the sweatpants. Now, I know for most people, sweatpants are not going to be office appropriate, but I work from home. And so for me, sweatpants are very office appropriate. And so I was really, really excited to get these because they were really neat looking and they're very lightweight because they are a terry cloth lined material. And terry cloth can be one of those things that either feels really good or it feels really bad. This terry cloth feels really good. And so I was very, very happy with that terry lining on the inside of the pants. I also really liked how they cinched. I just thought they were really cool with the sort of abstract white detail on them and made them just a little bit interesting. This top, I'd initially been thinking would be sort of an office top because the way that it looked in the photos, it looked to be a very like thick, stiff material. And when it got here, that's not the case at all. It's actually a very, very thin, very lightweight material. And it's also got a lot of stretch to it. It's got a lot of shine to it. And so because of that, I actually paired it with the sweatpants instead of the other pair of pants that you guys are going to see, because to me, this went a little bit too casual in the office. It also does show my bra a bit on the side. And so for that reason, I wouldn't necessarily wear this top to the office, but I think as a casual top, this can be really cool, taking on some of that sort of structural wing, like not like crazy bat wing, but like a little bit of a wing that we've seen going on with a lot of places this year. I think that this is a good piece to sort of play into that trend a little bit. And then the pants that I initially had planned to go with this are being shown now, and they have amazing pockets. If you've been following along on this channel, particularly if you watch my Nordstrom videos, you know that I've been hunting dress pants and having a really hard time finding dress pants to fit. I actually really like these. I think at the waist, it's a higher waisted pant that sits really well and comfortable. It's not like squeezing you in at all at the waist, so it's got a really good place that it hits you at. The crotch line on it is also really good. It's not going to pull, it doesn't bite into you when you sit. It's very comfortable. The material, I think, is also a really good material. A lot of times, sort of these more fast fashion places, their pants are going to be a really yucky material and they aren't going to have any type of shape to them. I actually do like the material that's this. I also really like the pattern because it has a brighter blue and a tan running through it in the check pattern on the black pant. But then another one of my two favorite pieces that I actually got from this is going to be the sweater that I'm wearing. I know that like the poofy sleeves with the sheer is a really big trend this year. It's something that we saw a lot of brands doing in the Nordstrom sale. It's something that we've seen on a lot of people. And puff sleeves are something that they either work really well or they really, really don't. And I think that this one does. They have a really good weighted material on this where it's nice and thin, but it's thick enough to hold the shape. So it gives a nice poofy shape to the sleeves that I really like without being like crazy poofy, without looking ridiculous. The one thing that I will note about this particular piece is that the sleeves, I am going to have to move the buttons on the sleeves to cinch in the sleeves a little bit to really bring that like tailored look to the sleeves in. That being said, the sweater feels really, really good. I do enjoy the material that it's made out of. It's not, none of these pieces are going to be like the material of my YSL clothing, like material that you're going to see at Dior, but you aren't expecting that for the price point either. That's not what they're trying to sell you. And so I do think that it is really good. The thing that I will note is that with all the different products that I got in, a lot of them did have a couple of loose threads here and there. Some of the buttons I may need to re-sew on to make sure that they're on a little bit more sturdily, but like even with the jacket that I got, the snaps on those jackets are really tight and hard, and so those things are not going to just like, they aren't going to pop apart. My only concern with that is that with how tight that they're on and how much I have to pull, will that pull on these strings? But overall, I think it's a good brand. I thought the bag looked really good. I was very impressed with the proportions of this bag. I thought the bag looked really nice and chic on, particularly with this clothing. So super happy with that about the bag. And now we are going to switch over to the bag and do some what fits in it. All right, so we've got the bag here, and on the inside of the bag, there's no pockets on that side. There's just one back slip pocket. And I did zero research on this bag before ordering it in. I just thought it looked really, really cool. So let's first see if my giant 15-inch laptop will fit in. Oh my gosh, it actually does. I'm really surprised. How well does it fit in? I'm still able to zip that with my giant 15-inch laptop inside. That's pretty impressive. So that laptop fits. So if I have my 15-inch laptop, let's put in my notebook. Then we'll put in my walk, because I'm carrying a bag. I don't want to have another bag out at the same time. Then there's still room, so I guess I'll add in a book that I'm reading for sort of for work, but not really as a part of my work. And then let's throw in glasses case and some of my teaching materials. There, that is a huge amount to fit into this bag, but then will it zip? Always the question. And it does indeed zip. Guys, I am shocked here. I am absolutely shocked. One, that my laptop fit, and two, that I was able to get a hardback book, my notebook, my walk in there. So let me try another combination with my smaller laptop now. So what if instead of bringing my large laptop and my small portfolio, I bring my full-size portfolio and my small laptop, and then I put in my walk and my book and my glasses. That also fits really well. I definitely have room for my charge cord in there. That fits super well, guys. Like, I'm actually quite impressed with how much I'm able to put in there capacity-wise. Capacity-wise, this would be a great, great work bag for capacity. So what are my opinions on this bag now that I've sort of carried it around in the house, put stuff in it, seen what I think about it? Well, first off, I've been pretty impressed with the quality and with the capacity of this bag. This bag is able to hold my very big laptop, which not a lot of bags are able to do. I like the fact that it zips closed. That makes it very, very secure. And security when it comes to a work bag is really important to me because my laptop, since I'm an accountant, has a lot of very private information on it. And yes, it's password protected, but at the same time, that makes me feel better that you can't just come and like lift a laptop out of it. You can't just come and lift my walk out of it. I was surprised by how little was on the interior. I was surprised they didn't do an interior zipper pocket. There was instead an interior slip pocket. That did surprise me. I think that the bag fits on the body very, very well. And that was a concern for me, was how was this 40 going to look? Was it going to look like too big of a handbag? Was it going to look like a handbag? And I don't think that it does. I think that it strikes a balance really well because of the softness of the leather, because of the fading ombre effect that goes throughout the leather. I think that it looks very professional. But this bag is heavy because it's all leather, and then once you put a lot of stuff in it, it becomes super, super heavy. This bag, I'm having to rest on the chair on my arm because it's too heavy for me just to hold while talking to you guys. And even like carrying it handheld, carrying it on the arm, carrying it with the crossbody strap, that is heavy. I'm not saying that when I carry my Neverfull it's not heavy, but my Neverfull doesn't feel as heavy as this bag does because it's a lightweight canvas material. So when you are considering this bag, think about how long you're going to have to carry it. Are you just carrying it like from your car a very short distance into the office? Are you walking throughout a city with it? I'm not sure that I would want to carry this walking throughout a city because of the weight. I think that would be very tiring to carry this with a laptop in it because of the weight. That being said, I think that's very pretty. I think it's a very nice bag. It's not going to look like a Louis Vuitton leather or like a Celine leather bag would. It's not going to give that type of level of glam because it's just not that level of bag. But for $650, I think that particularly if you are a young professional or if you are someone who you are very conscious about the amount of money that you are investing and spending luxury bag money is not comfortable for you, I think that this could be a really good option. I do wish that I had been able to get it in the burgundy. I think that I would be a lot more tempted by this if this were in the burgundy, because for me, even though it has the very, very dark navy handles that almost go black, it's still navy, and I don't like to mix my navies and my blacks, and I wear a lot of black to the office, so that is definitely a consideration. Additionally, It does come in a black or a brown, but again, it's the same sort of thing in my head. So I do think the maroon, which will hopefully be restocking at some point this month, is going to be the best color to go with in this, but I do think that this navy is super, super pretty. So I don't think that would be a bad choice to pick the navy. So overall, I think that this is a really, really good option for a young professional, but it's not something that's going to stay in my collection because I don't feel that it elevates my collection over anything that I already have. So hopefully this has been a helpful review for you. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them down in the comments below and I will do my best to answer them. And with that, make sure if you enjoyed the clothing to check out my links and my discount code down below to S.Deer, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, everybody. Bye!